So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Whoosh. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got it at the 15. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
2nd down, Mayfield out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
Then they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 319! 319!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He spins free. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 52 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Lucky 56.
Mayfield to throw it this time. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. Third down here.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On third down, Mayfield. Letting one go deep for Enunwa. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 43 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw, Mayfield, flushed out right. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On first and 10, Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on second down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package, 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the return will stop right around the 25. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Through it. And a great return up past the 40. But this one may not stand. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Now we give to Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more after this. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Never had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. Always got some breathing room. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And, oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
All right, here we go. 319! 319!
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
No.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. 319. 319.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. He'll drop to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit! Set! 3-19! 3-19!
Third and long for Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pulled in at the 24. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on the punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going up top. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That will allow them to disrupt the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
They'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Taco Charlton. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They run with Taylor. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth.
87's mine. I got 87. Now let's go. 319. 319. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot. Hot.
On fourth down, they snap it to Mayfield. They'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Take it. Detroit. Detroit. Hot. Hot.
Mayfield on first down. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, he was second and 11.
Gun, gun. Hurry up. Here we go. 319. 319.
Mayfield. But the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays.
Single. Wide motion. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Gun. Right. Hot.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go on the ground. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? Fielded
about a yard deep. And he loses the football a second time. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing. Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Cowboys. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Taylor. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
A first down throw for Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the score. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Niners on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw, Mayfield. He can run for it, and he will. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That one looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling.